Hey all, Steve from GuitarNiche here. On the bench we have a 2022 Martin 000 Custom Shop. Very, very nice guitar. Now that it's, well, at the time right now, it is early spring 2024. So this guitar is seasoned for a couple years or so. So it, in all, great essences, it's still pretty fresh. So it's getting a quick setup here, and I noticed that at the body joint here, very atypical, we have a little bit of wobble there. I'm gonna see if I can localize that. Very pronounced here at the 15th fret. Hard to say past that because this is influencing like the majority of the movement there. So I'm not gonna, the purpose of this video is I'm not going to just rush in and start leveling stuff. There should be a little bit of, there can be, I should say, a little bit of fall away on the tongue of the neck towards the body. But what I will do is see if I can get the fret to settle down a little bit with the aid of this this old hammer here, okay? And we'll be, quite gentle as we can be, right? So that's just a few taps. I did a quick test just to be transparent. I did a little quick test on the bass side here just to see if there was going to be any movement, and there was. So I'm going to see how far we can take this. Just a teeny tiny little bit on the bass side there. Better. And way better. Way better. Way better. I think that we can get pretty happy with that. And it's going to have a little bit of, tip to it. But in the interest, I'm gonna have at it again, but just before I do, in the interest of conservation and letting this instrument come to grips with being a guitar rather than a collection of bits and pieces of wood and metal and plastic and bone and stuff like that, and abalone, of course. I'm going to be, like I said, conservative in terms of tackling this. I'm not going to break out any tools to address this unless I absolutely have to. So that nice acrylic part of the hammer is doing its job, hopefully. Don't want to get much more aggressive than that. It's still got a little bit of a tip in it, so maybe I'll use the brass end. Don't want to use too much force and start distorting things and putting dents in the actual fret material. Oh, it came up a little bit. So they do walk a little bit. I'll go back to the plastic. Let's see how this is going to work out. Treble side's great. Ooh, middle is actually really good. And bass side's great too. So what we've done is we've got this fret here to sit down without any extra deconstructive or how can I say it? What's the word? Destructive work. Because anytime you remove material or degrade an original dimension, it's destructive. Fretwork is destructive until you refret, then it's reconstructive, to put a term to it. Anyway, so that turned out just dandy. Okay, so I will go about finishing up the rest of this job and have at it. Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of anticlimactic, but it's good knowledge to have. Don't break out the files unless you absolutely have to, because there can be some nice remedies if you take the time to, to use your noggin and, fret rockers of different types, etc. Anyway, I hope you got something out of that. As always, play loud, have fun, have a great day, like and subscribe. Carry on. Cheers.